They'll be looking to him tonight. Leo Moura, who when he was in Brazil played as full-back, but Zico over the course of this ISL2 seasons has turned him into a midfield player, and his passing and vision is one of the key reasons that GOA have for going forward and being so successful in attack. Well, we await the arrival of the two teams. Crowd slightly less than we would have expected tonight, I think, due to the poor weather that we had a little bit earlier on. It does hold 55,000 here. It's the second largest cricket stadium in India, and it welcomes the two teams onto the field. The fireworks as normal, signifying that the teams are on their way. Unlike most pitches in India, this is a sand-based surface, hence the reason it has rained so well. It was laid by a couple of South Africans who know their stuff, so had we had other Indian pitches, maybe it wouldn't have survived, but it'll add a nice little slick to the surface tonight, an extra dimension to play as the two teams make their way out to line up, as always, for the Indian national anthem. GOA beat Kerala in their last match. They come here looking for a third win in a row, while Mumbai finally got their season off and running here against the Delhi Dynamos at the end of last week. Those two goals from Sunil Chetri, one in each half, the difference between picking up those 3 points. So first of all, we will have, of course, the Indian national anthem.
For the Indian national anthem, sung by the musical maestro A.R. Rahman. भारताचे गौरव संगीत विशारद A.R. रहमान यांनी स्वरबद्ध केलेल्या राष्ट्रगीतासाठी सर्वांनी उभे राहावे ही विनंती.
There may not be as many as normal inside the stadium, but they're certainly making plenty of noise tonight. They're very passionate about their football in this part of India, aren't they? As they are in most parts of India, to be fair, for this ISL.
They are. It just tells you how big a storm we had pre-match to keep the numbers down. But the national anthem respected as well as anyone else in the country. So, I don't know, it's an interesting... There'll be little pockets of one-on-one battles tonight, Mark, for me, that we'll focus on as the game develops, see if they come through. And let's see if this pitch holds up. As you say, if it's sand-based, it should drain really rapidly. So that hopefully won't be an issue. But both teams need to get this win. As we get deeper into the season, the need to get 3 points is everything, because it's so concentrated. You've just said, Mumbai, if they win by more than 2 goals, go 5th. OK, they're bottom. It's that close, even at that part of the league. So for GOA, they need to stretch that lead, get themselves a comfort zone, which they don't quite have at the moment with just 1 point.
Subrata is the Mumbai captain. His opposite number, Gregory from FC GOA. Which the opening 3 weeks, of course, have seen no real standout teams in this competition. Everybody can beat everybody else at the moment. That's the way it's shaping it, which keeps things nice and interesting as we approach coming towards the end of the first round of group matches. Really, another couple of games, everybody will have played everybody else.
See that team, the GOA team, go into a huddle. They've been down 3 times in a game, come back, only lost once, only drawn once. That's the character that Zico's looking to channel tonight.
Kick-off time just a moment or so away as Mumbai take on FC GOA. It could be important getting off to a good start here, couldn't it, as well? You know, Mumbai haven't had the best of seasons. They got a good opening goal inside the opening quarter of an hour in their last match when Chetri popped up to score. They could do that again. That would really settle them down a little bit.
Wouldn't please Nicola Alfa, would it? It wouldn't please these fans who have turned up regardless of what the weather was or would be. I think that will have been drilled into the Mumbai side. Do not throw the first 20-25 minutes away. Let's keep this side at bay, and hopefully, with what we've got, give ourselves our own advantage.
5 in their last 2 matches. They're in a vein of form in front of goal. And they have plenty of goal scorers. That's the one thing you notice about their side as well. No one has really stood out in goal scoring. They've got goals throughout the team as well, which makes life a little bit more difficult for defenders to defend against. Just looking at the final preparations, Subrata a moment ago having a with Pavel Schmoms just in front of him. The noise levels rising here as we approach the kick-off. We'll have the countdown, of course, on the big screen just ahead of kick-off, which is now imminent here at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. It will be FC Goa to get us underway. So change of colours tonight for FC Goa, all in white. Daryl Duffy just standing over the ball. Interesting to see Duffy's performance tonight, just his second start in this season's ISL.
Point to prove. That's all he would say for Daryl Duffy, and let him go out and do his thing.
So it is FC Goa that get us underway, kicking from right to left in the first half. Top of the table, leading by a point. They would have been delighted, of course, to see FC Pune City beaten last night. Maybe thought they'd be going into this one looking to regain top spot, but they have the nice position of going that if they win tonight, they will stay at the top for at least 2 more matches. 4-point advantage if they can get the victory, but Mumbai, having got their first win, will certainly have something to say in the context of how this game pans out this evening. First touch for Bustos in the centre of midfield. Chip forward looking for Sunny Norde. It was Gregory that nipped in front of him, scored that fine headed goal in the win against Kerala. And to spray the ball all the way up to this near side in Gabriel, but still goes in blue habit with Ashutosh. Sunny Norde playing through the centre at the moment. Kikion out on the far side at the moment. Good defending again by Das. It'll be a free kick to the visitors. And just a little tug of the shirt by Gabriel.
This looks of it could be a bit of a frantic first few minutes, 5, possibly going to 10, where everybody tries to work out their dominance, put themselves in a position of ascendancy.
Nicely done by Das. Now Goa looking to mount their first real attack here. This is Torino off the fly of Schmoms. Still on for those in white though as they try to get numbers forward. Mora. Luca. Hitting back inside. It's a good looking ball in. Good and important header clear by Maria. And the free kick this time goes to Mumbai.
Yeah, just a bit of a rash challenge in the centre of midfield. You can see when free kicks get spotted, they're taken immediately. They're all on a hurry up.
It's just nicked away from Bustos. All the way to Sunny Norde, who's pushed out onto that left-hand side now. Kikion moving into the centre. There's Nicholas Anelka. Much trouble, played at the highest level, of course, was the subject of lots of big transfer fees during his playing days. Now playing his trade as a coach That's a good turn by Duffy, away from Bustos, still going Duffy. Moura.
It's good possession from Goa, Mark. The more they keep it, the more danger there is. But when you look at that strike coming in from that distance, it's got two teammates in the 18-yard area. Das is going to have to think a little bit differently when he comes forward.
He's confident enough to strike it from that sort of distance, but not
it is
testing the goalkeeper.
As we say, if you're going to strike from that distance, you've got to hit the target. Work the goalkeeper, hit the back of the net. If you miss, you've got options ahead of you that would have probably been better.
Piquion. Ashitosh. Bustos playing a deep role at the moment for Mumbai.
Yeah, he and Aguilera aren't playing side by side. Aguilera's pushed forward, number 14, and he's getting tracked almost man for man by Jonathan Luca. But it's Bustos that's holding, which is mainly just to protect Leo Moura in there.
That's a run out of play by Sunny Norde. Mumbai have won 5 of their 9 ISL home games across the 2 seasons so far. They've only won 2 of their previous 5 though, so to get back to some good form. That's a nice ball slip through to Duffy. Schmobs gets the tackle in. Good strong challenge by Pavel Schmobs. He's still lost it though. And the shot from Moura goes just over the top.
You thought maybe Daryl Duffy could do better with this. Shows an awful lot of the ball to Schmobs cutting back inside, but watch Moura. First touch, second touch is the strike. Does not give Subratapul an option to set himself.
Another one of the goal scorers from that win over Kerala last week. Leo Moura. He's played for all clubs in Rio, Botafogo, Vasco da Gama, Fluminense and Flamengo during his time. Not too many players can boast that particular stat. Duffy again just bungled off the ball by Ashitosh. He gets the free kick.
Cheap foul to give away by Mehta. Where is Duffy going to go? He's on the halfway line. Just contain him. Just contain the player.
Familiar figure of Zico there. Looking rather bright tonight in, what's that, lime green? Fluorescent yellow, perhaps?
I think you just stop at bright.
Certainly see him in the dark, that's for sure. Das. By Luca. By Schmobs up towards Piquion. Took a touch off Chetri. Aguilera. Now Sunny Nord. Loves to run at defenders. First cross field and infield though.
And that will be a ploy from Goa to try and stop him going down the pitch, but force him laterally across it.
Piquion going inside, opting to shoot, but easy one for Katimani. Put his body right behind it, the goalkeeper. Well, here come Mumbai once again. Chetri. Inside the penalty area, caught by Bikramjit.
He does get a little taste of life there, Chetri. But look how quick this is. It's from one end to the other.
Luca. Moura. Finding a little bit of space. Good ball distribution once again. It's a good overlap as well from Bikramjit, and conceded the corner by Mumbai.
You know, I thought he might use the overlapping run outside him, Leo Moura, as a decoy. He doesn't. He feeds the run, bit of respect. But just there, I thought he was going to come inside left and then start to open up the strike of goal.
First corner of the game will be swung over by Moura. He's got 5 players to aim for inside the penalty area. Trying to create, well, it's flicked on. And the initial header came in from Raju. And the little flick from in front of goal. Could have been Victorino, it was indeed, who got the final touch.
But it's as if Mumbai have gone to sleep. First to react, Goa player. Second to react, a Goa player who's unmarked in front of your goal in the 6-yard box. Can't have that happen too often.
That's a bit of a let-off there for Mumbai.
And you saw Zico's reaction there. He knew that that was a golden opportunity.
Piquion there with the header. Sure delighted to see Freddie Piquion, one of his former clubs, West Ham, second in England at the moment.
Sure he is.
Long ball over the top again. Duffy trying to get there. Subrata forced ahead from outside his penalty area. Quick thinking by the goalkeeper. Mora.
Goa certainly taking this game to Mumbai. Really good tempo about this from both sides, but it's certainly Goa for me who have the dominance right now.
Raji. Vikramjit. Pranay. That's outside him again, hugging this near touchline. Lovely ball slipped down the line for Victorino. Schmaltz comes across and concedes another corner.
Good run because he stayed on side, Victorino, and he brings that big defensive out and across, and you're saying to yourself, does he get this challenge wrong? If he does, big problems.
So second quarter of the game, both of them have gone Goa's way. Headed away again, missing out the first man there, Jonathan Luca. Needs a better cross. Looking to get the flick on was Luciano.
And now the counter is on.
Now the break's on. Chetri. Oh, it's a good challenge. It's an important challenge by Vikramjit as well. Piquion. Norde needs to stay on side. It's Piquion still going. Piquion! Took a deflection and the goalkeeper gets a kind bounce off his defender to gather.
Oh, there was an unselfish run from Norde outside of Piquion. That just drags the defender away from him. I just think it takes an extra touch for me. Piquion in there. That avenue, that route to goal doesn't last very long if you're a striker.
Goa managed to run 4 wins in a row last season on their way to the semi-finals. They lost in a penalty shootout to Atletico de Kolkata.
And they finished last year with a real blast. Just couldn't take it all the way.
Of course, Goa will host the final this year. The final last year was played here, of course, at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. Goa will host the final this year. They'll be hoping that they can be one of the participants. It'll be a fantastic occasion to play in front of a home crowd. Mora. Lovely ball played out wide, but angled away and behind for a goal kick.
Just got a bit carried away there, didn't he? He was under a lot of pressure there from Bustos, but he rolls his man very well. And that just needed a little bit more finesse. Sort of finesse we saw from Zico in his day.
They signed Robert Pires as his marquee player last year, of course, Zico. Had a fantastic career at club and international level. There's Nicolas Anelka, his opposite number. Anelka played at PSG and Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester City. Really reads like and not forget Chelsea, of course, a who's who of clubs around Europe.
Well, seeing as how I got Samal's CV miserably wrong, I will not enter into this discussion.
He played in Shanghai as well. I thought you might have thrown that one in.
No, like I said, miserably wrong.
It's a good overlap from Ashutosh. Cross again, misses out everybody in the centre. Not a good clearance. Sonny Norde to play back in again. Took a deflection. It goes just wide. Well, that was a little bit closer than everybody thought, I think.
Yeah, Norde knew. Norde knew that wasn't the strike he was aiming for. That was clean. He was looking to that top corner on the far post, but it comes on the underneath of the thigh of the defender.
So first corner of the game for Mumbai.
Look at the distance between the players around the 18-yard area and the goalkeeper. There's a chasm of space in there to attack.
Gabriel, he's going to hit that space. Everybody will move. Oh, the push was there in the penalty area. The referee had a look. Piquion went down. Well, he was the one who was closest player to the ball. Morris does well to stay on his feet. And now the break's on for FC Goa. Norde, the nearest player back. Lovely ball threaded through. It's a real chance for Goa. Oh, Subrata comes out of his goal and just did enough, I think, to put Victorino off. And Mumbai managed to get the ball clear. Well, chances at both ends.
Oh, drama at both ends. I mean, does Piquion choose to just fall over from this corner, or is there real serious contact? But Leo Mora there does so well to keep the move alive, and the pass out is superb. Beautiful burst of pace. But not for the first time, Subrata Paul dominates his area. He takes control of it, forces the shot across, and that does enough to stop it going into the back of his net.
Played back again by Sonny Norde. That's a poor shot. To the top from Aguilera. Here's a look at the chance at the other end for Victorino.
And it's because Subrata Paul's right on top of him, right in his face. Look, Gregory's trying to swap shirts during the game. That's a penalty, technically. But, I mean, there's no discussion. It is a penalty.
Well, we saw a couple of penalties in the game up at North East at Guwahati last week. Didn't one very similar to that. A player going down, the referee spotted the push, gave the penalty. Not on that occasion, though.
It is a case of some do, some don't give those decisions, and that's the way it's gone this evening. Certainly a penalty for me by Gregory on Piquion.
Well, here come Mumbai again, just lifted by that lovely ball, played through, and that was down a clip of the ankles. Another player goes down. There's no penalty again. It's Gabriel in the penalty area, and again, Mr. Shaban, the referee, in the spotlight.
Whether Gabriel forces the contact, makes the most of it, I think that may have influenced him. But when we get a break in play, I'm sure we'll see a replay.
Luka given away. Piquion. Now Chetri.
Well, we haven't wanted for drama, have we?
It's been a good opening quarter of an hour. Norde. Back to Freddie Piquion. That's a poor ball though. Chetri and he not on the same wavelength. Bustos. Ashutosh all the way back to Subrata Paul. One of the co-owners of FC Goa, of course, is Virat Kohli, the Indian cricketer. Scored a century in the last one-day match. He might need to get a few more runs in the one that's currently going on.
Yes, he will.
So, part of the brand is the Varun Dhawan, the Bollywood actor. And the FC Goa brand standing for strength, integrity and pride.
Okay, so nowhere near the ball, arm across the shoulder into the neck, penalty.
Well, that's two. Mumbai can be disappointed not to be given. Mr. Ali Shaban is the referee. There it is again.
The ball's nowhere near in playing distance. It's a lovely little ball by Chetri. Would he have got to the ball? I don't know, but he's taken out before he has an even chance. For me, they're two penalties.
Well, if he had given that second one, it would have been interesting as well, because it was a goal-scoring opportunity, and you would imagine a red card would have had to be given too. So
the players are surrounding the referee at present, and they're explaining that, you know what, not happy, ref, not happy with your decision.
Nicholas Anelka just having a word with the fourth official.
Chetri's having his say, and I think the referee's patience will be tested if he gets any more other opinions.
Mumbai were involved in the first ever ISL match last October and were beaten 3-0 by Atletico de Kolkata. It's both their star players, Freddie Ljungberg and Nicholas Anelka, in that opening match. Vikramjit. Pranay. Darren O'Dea turns away and wins the goal kick back for his side. The referee, the man in the spotlight.
So, you can't make contact in the box when the ball's within playing distance and it not have repercussions. The referee makes a decision, we have to abide by it. We don't always have to agree.
It his assistant would have seen that as well, because he's looking straight at it. He's this side.
He's on the near side of that particular incident, I agree. So should be something that was quite easy to determine between them.
So Sonny Norde just down injured at the moment. So don't forget, we're running the attack index through all these Hero Indian Super League games. Mumbai currently 55% as opposed to FC Goa's 45%. 4 shots in favour of 3 for the home side in the first quarter of an hour of the game. Turn by Moria. Norde's back on his feet, he's okay. By Gregory. Picky on. Strong on the ball, wins the free kick. That's a yellow card.
You see, that is so much less than the 2 penalty incidents, but if we dwell on it, we lose track of the game. There's just a little bit of arm wrestling, but I think it's that which is nothing. But we need to move on. We need to move on.
It's Bikramjit that's picked up the first yellow card of the game. It's almost like the referee's making up for maybe having a think about that penalty decision, isn't it? But it doesn't really equate. Mumbai, I'm sure, would rather have had the penalty, so they have the free kick, which Sonny Norde will take. Pikion currently standing in an offside position, but I'm sure he'll track back in a sec to the edge of the penalty area. Schmaltz has moved up as well along the penalty area. Norde goes for goal. Goalkeeper pushes it away. Pikion! Shot was blocked. It was an excellent block as well. Nobody attacking the ball on the edge of the penalty area, and Goa able to clear.
Katamani must be able to hold this. It is not the most venomous free kick you will ever see in your life, but because it bounces in front of him, I think that panics him. Good blocking on Pikion as he goes for the shot, but I think the Mumbai players just lacking a bit of a proactive response. You know, predicting where that ball is going to be and moving into that space before it moves themselves. So just a little bit of reaction time.
Norde. Footing was by Raju. It was an important one. Norde going for the corner. Raju makes a good challenge.
They've kept him quiet. Bikramjit and Raju are going to have to work hard together to keep Sonny Norde out of the game, which, you know, in the opening 20 minutes, we've barely seen anything from him in comparison to the performances we've seen earlier in this ISL season.
Still 0-0 then. 21 minutes played at the D.Y. Patil Sports Stadium in Mumbai. The home side looking to move themselves off the foot of the ISL table, looking for a second win in a row. The Delhi Dynamos here last week. Those 2 goals from Sunil Chetri. We haven't seen too much of him as yet. Interestingly, Mumbai have always gone on to win in the ISL when they've scored first. Just shows how important the opening goal can be at times.
Look how quickly Bustos is in there. Does not allow Luka to settle.
Nicely done by Schmaltz to Bustos, who's got a little bit of space to work into here. Now Pikion. Gregory closes him down quickly and gets a footing. Good challenge. Now Duffy. Lost his way slightly there. Daryl Duffy rebounds into the arms of Subrata.
He may have done better protecting the ball, but there weren't a lot of options ahead of him.
It's quite interesting, Goa, we talk about how fanatical their supporters are. It's the only Indian state that declares football as its official sport. Usually in India, when you think how big cricket and hockey are, the Goans are particularly into their football. Schwab's header. Luka. Bustos with a foot in once again. Norde. Aguilera. Now Ashutosh.
Got space.
Gabriel up ahead of him if he needs him. Forward towards Frederick Pikion. Gregory's presence was just enough to make sure he couldn't get a clean header on the ball.
He needs that dropped into his chest really there, Pikion, because He's the right side of Gregory, so he can control it, protect it, allow players to drift onto him, the likes of Chetri, the likes of everyone around him.
Ashutosh making space for himself once again. Piquion trying to find some ground away from Gregory, which he does, takes the ball nicely on the chest. That's not such a good pass though. Gabriel had gone on ahead of him.
I know, but Gabriel's got a hold. Piquion's got Gregory breathing down his neck. He's just got to hold, not be too eager, because he goes early. Piquion's playing back to where he was.
Ball again from Bustos. Quickly closing down, there was Das. He's given the throw-in FC Goa's way. 21st game already of this Hero Indian Super League. Fragments up on the far side. It's a free kick to Mumbai, which has already been taken. Das. Chrono losing out. The ball sliced behind for Brielle. It's a good chance to get a decent cross in.
It's a great position for a cross. But if you watch towards the bottom of your screen, when he cuts outside, he just wants to blaze the ball in. There's no thought. If that gets shut down, he turns around, moves back out, uses his left foot. A little bit more patience has to take place.
Don't forget, we've got our usual Twitter wars going on today. 30% in favour of Mumbai at the moment. Come on, Mumbai fans, you need to use the hashtag Let's Football to give the name of your team. 70% in favour of GOA at the moment, so Mumbai fans just lagging a little behind, but not lagging behind on the field at the moment. They're certainly starting to take the game to GOA after that positive start by the visitors. Full ball from Piquion. Up towards Duffy. He's almost away. Duffy wins the free kick off Ashutosh, who come inside, and it's that's another yellow card. Already seemed a little bit innocuous, really.
So, what really does he do wrong here, Mehta? Not an awful lot.
It's not a yellow card, certainly, is it?
There's an argument for a foul against Mehta, but there we are, moving on.
So he joins Bikramjit from FC GOA in the book. Second yellow card of the game.
Mumbai have certainly turned things around. Opening 10 minutes, a lot of GOA. Oh, cheeky.
That's a lot. That's a lot speculative.
That's great when it works.
Das it was with the Narayan Das with a long range shot. Still 0-0 then, and Subrata takes the goal kick for Mumbai. Piquion nicely chested down to Chetri, who returns the favour, passes it back to Piquion. He does well to keep possession. Ashutosh. Bustos just got there ahead of Luca. Aguilera. Smos.
It's good pressure in midfield for the GOA. Allowing Aguilera to take a forward pass.
Explosive for Maria. Rules again. Piquion raises an arm in the centre. Sunny Norde. Great looking ball in. Piquion! But he didn't make any sort of contact at all for Eddie Piquion. He's seen. Perfect cross for the striker.
I'm not sure if Aguilera doesn't get in his way at all there. Well, it's a beautiful cross in. When it does, watch Aguilera come straight across Piquion's line of sight. They get in each other's way.
Well, I don't even disservice Freddie Piquion, but certainly the sort of cross that strikers relish. Given against, or for Bustos rather. Just stayed up on the edge of the penalty area. Good ball delivered in with pace. It's good header away from Gregory. Sunny Nora, but will beat him into touch away on the far side.
Always a high risk of that going out. Just think when those balls, those high balls come in from Mumbai, they've got to take out the goalkeeper in terms of taking him out of the equation, as well as Gregory, who was so dominant in that area.
Only retained 5 players from their squad from last season, the least of any of the 8 ISL sides. The new players that have come in, somebody's starting to find their feet now. Bustos, Lorde, Aguilera. Once again from behind with a free kick. Goes Mumbai's way.
Duffy comes in here. It's a challenge from behind. He's right in front of the referee. That's a foul. But the thing like that is Aguilera's got to move that ball sooner. Move the ball quicker and don't dwell on it.
Come up with here with the free kick. So Dealer will take the free kick forward to Piquion. The referee again has spotted a free kick against the Mumbai striker this time. Very stop-start at the moment, I think.
It is.
It's hard to say. Possession is being pursued by Luciano. OD. Hashmovs. To have a look up and pick a run up ahead of him if he needs to. Norde coming in short, but he rolls it square to OD, the former Celtic central defender. Free kick then to FC Goa, still 0-0. It's the half-hour mark in the first half. Mora. Torino beat to the ball by Schmaltz. It's a good challenge. Now, Aguilera. 4 against 5 in favour of the defending side at the moment. Gabriel, good ball, Piquion, surely
he's got it, Sherpa, it's a penalty
this time. Clear penalty this time, and what does he do there, the referee? Is it a yellow card? Would it be a red card? It was a goal-scoring opportunity.
Beautiful ball in from Gabriel at last. Look at that. So, Luciano Sabrosa. Oh no, it's not. It's Raju.
Raju with the tug back on Frederick Piquion.
He's the last defender. So a yellow, looks like the yellow card's come out.
Well, he's only given a yellow, that's for sure. Surely that should be a red card if he deems him the last defender. Well, it is a penalty though. That's the bottom line as far as Mumbai are concerned.
Looks like the psychology's begun. They're not allowing Chetri to spot this penalty kick.
Sunil Chetri, 2 goals against Delhi Dynamos last week to inspire Mumbai to their first win. Can he put them ahead here against FC Goa, the ISL leaders? Patimani stands in his way. Chetri, a picture of concentration. Listen to the noise. Good goes up from this place if he scores. Here comes Chetri! Bottom corner! Perfectly taken penalty! And Mumbai City take the lead. And on the play in the last quarter of an hour or so, you have to say deservedly so.
Well, on the fact of the matter, they should have had 2 more penalties earlier in the game. I think that justice has been served, and the crowds, whose numbers have swollen over the course of this first half, now get what they've been desperately waiting for. Another Sunil Chhetri goal.
He's a household name in India, of course, Sunil Chhetri, goal number 49 of the 2015 Indian Super League. One of just a handful of players to have played outside India professionally. And he makes it 3 goals in 2 games to put his side in front. And we'll see what we get back from FC Goa. Well, there's a Mumbai player gone down inside his own technical area, clutching his face. It's Luciano. Substitutes roll off the bench en masse, but Nicholas Anelka was unmoved. Here's Luca. Response from Goa almost immediately in towards Daryl Duffy. Duffy's header just drops down at his feet and is gathered by Subrata.
Yeah, the problem with the player in the technical area was Aguilera, who was holding onto the ball and holding onto the ball and then got fouled, or thought he did. But look, I just think Daryl Duffy doesn't dominate that situation anywhere near enough against Das.
It's that vulnerability moment, isn't it, when you've just scored a goal? So often we see it, and in a dangerous moment for Mumbai. Still, they would want, having got themselves in front. Just to remind you, having gone ahead, they've always gone on to win in the Indian Super League.
It's that habit of winning and being able to retain a 1-0 lead and then extending it. That's the big thing for Anelka's team right now.
69 appearances, 14 goals for France. Nicholas Anelka is on his way to his 2nd win as a coach. Here's Aguilera. Now Ashutosh. Piquion again, the danger man. Well, certainly I have to say, FC Goa haven't looked particularly comfortable with Piquion at the back. Let's just before we do that, we'll check out the attack index, which of course runs throughout the game. The 2nd session of the game very much in Mumbai City's favour, 84% to 16. Side getting that goal in that period as well, which means that they lead the attack index quite comfortably at the moment. Just going back on that, Piquion, he's a bit of a handful, isn't he, tonight for the Goa defence?
Well, they're playing to him a little bit better, they're getting crosses in for him, and that's a big difference from a striker like him.
Goa seeing plenty of the ball since they conceded the goal. Here's Narayan Das, given away though. FC Goa went 10 games unbeaten last season, the best record of any side in the Indian Super League. And they took them all the way to the semi-finals, of course. Slipped up though, as we mentioned earlier on. Looked as if things were going very much in their favour this season, but they come up against a Mumbai side that have found a 2nd win after that victory last week. The referee just sending one of the coaching staff back, only allowed 1 in the technical area.
Okay, so we've got a throw being taken, and Raju is taking it, but he's got a towel to dry the ball off. I think it's going to be a long throw.
Could well be the run-up he's taking as well. It is a cricket ground here, of course, normally, so he has got plenty of space to work with. It's a great throw as well, Piquion with a header away. Blocked by Chhetri, it was a good block as well. Now Sunny Norde, good break on here for Mumbai. Norde's got great pace. Michael all on his own, Piquion to his left, Chhetri to his right. Can't find a way through to Piquion. Whistle's got a free kick. What a tremendous break. Sunny Norde using all his pace.
Piquion is furious at the far post in the 18-yard area, desperate for that chance to put one in the back of the net. Oh, it's an offside for sure.
He was all on his own, Piquion. If that ball had been played to Norde's left rather than the right, Piquion would have been clearing on goal.
Ifs and buts, my friend, ifs and buts. Definitely Victorino offside.
Zico pacing his technical area. Number 2 bothered at the moment, plenty of time to go, of course. Still a bit of rumblings on the Mumbai City bench at the moment. The 4th official just getting go with something. with the throw. Ashutosh comes forward. We've got 6.5 minutes to go to half-time. Chetri! Oh! Wonderful shot and a wonderful save from Katimani. Brilliant football all round from both sides. Chetri almost had his second of the game.
Look at how easily he rolls the player. The strike brings the best out of the goalkeeper. Katimani at full stretch.
That just goes to show, though, the confidence that Chetri's playing with at the moment. No thoughts of passing. He only had one thing on his mind, and that was going for goal.
Oh, he knew exactly where the defender was when that throw-in comes in, and he just rolls in. It's easy. It would be rude not to shoot after that.
2 all on the corner count. Sunny Norde to take this one in, swinging on towards the goalkeeper. Good punch away, but the referee spotted a foul. Didn't see too much in that. The goalkeeper didn't seem to have too many players near him when he managed to get a push on that ball, but
mind you, Mumbai have put the goalkeeper under extreme pressure. This bringing him best out of him there. Katimani in the corner from Norde really piling it on.
So a yard or so higher with a shot. Katimani struggling. It was a nice height for the goalkeeper. Chetri hit Picky on with a chance. Good save again, Katimani. Well, the goalkeeper, he's been kept busy at the moment by Mumbai. And Goa are all over the place at the moment, giving the ball away.
If it's not for Katimani, this game's already into 2 and 3. Piquion thinks he's done it. Look, watch, he stands up, keeps up as long as he can, saves it with his shoulder, whatever it takes as a goalkeeper. But there's a man, Frederick Piquion, who wants a goal this evening.
He has already scored this season. Born in New Caledonia, played for Martinique and France, of course. Referee spotted some pushing and shoving.
Okay. The referee's decided that he's going to see things in the box now. Hopefully that will be the case.
It's Norde again, driven in towards the near post. Touch behind, it may have come off Darryl Duffy. It's gone for another corner.
That is whipped in with such pace. It's low and it could go off of any player in any direction.
Everybody bar 3 players back inside the penalty of Norde's corner again. Again, it's Duffy that gets the header on it. It's a great jump by Bustos, one of the smallest players on the field, but free kick's been given the other way. This is good pressure from Mumbai.
Yeah, the temptation is to sit back, protect your 1-0 lead, but they've gone straight on the front foot and they've taken the game to Goa. I just think Goa need to take a deep breath and bring themselves back into this game, because they faded and faded and faded after the first 15 or so minutes, to my mind.
Luka. Marian Das. Luka once again. So very little of Leo Moore in the game so far. That was his touch back to Luka, who's quickly closed down now by Ashutosh.
Moore is dropped deeper and deeper and deeper, and therefore his ability to link up with Murphy, to link up with the players around him, like Vitorino, Fernandez, is limited because of the distance between them.
Ashutosh. Well, they've looked comfortable so far for Mumbai. Plays ball back to Subrata.
But they've not really been threatened outside of the first 10 or 15 minutes when Goa really did bring the game to them.
Ashutosh delivers the challenge of Vitorino. Back to Subrata to poor clearance. Duffy will gather the loose ball here. That's as far as Mumbai are concerned. I'll be hoping that's not too costly. Shot comes in from Vikramjit, but too high. But well,
Vikramjit does Subrata Paul a major favour here. This is a pass to no one in particular. This, though, the shot is way over, and as you can see, there are more than one teammate in between him and the goal. So if you've got that chance to shoot and you do not work the keeper or the back of the net, as I've said several times, you've let your team down.
Duffy caught by the challenge of Darren O'Day, so it will be a free kick to FC Goa. Approaching the final 90 seconds of the first half. And the referee was very much in the spotlight early on in the game, those two penalty shouts. He did give one which was converted by Chetri. Scores to stay like this. Mumbai would go up to 6th in the table, just behind Atletico de Kolkata on goal difference. Oh, goes up for offside after the free kick.
Yeah, definitely an offside against Sabrosa. Just think now that, as you can see there, just a bit. Mumbai manage the clock now for the final whistle and see the half out with a 1-0 lead. Perfect.
Bustos gets a header on it. Schmons heads forward. There's a ball over the top.
Flag's
gone out. Flag has gone out. Sabrata's heard of his goal.
If you're thinking that the linesman was slow in flagging, what he has to do, you can see that player almost the centre of the screen. When Vitorino Fernandez goes, then he can flag, because then he becomes active. If he doesn't go, no need to flag.
Decision as you saw. Time they've been caught offside in that first half. FC Goa. No rush to take the throw in Mumbai at the end of the first half. We're approaching stoppage time. Just an additional minutes at the end of the first half. Ashutosh. Chetri. Bustos. Mumbai know they're potentially 45 minutes away from a second successive win. 3 wins, a draw and a defeat for FC Goa so far in their opening 5 games in this year's ISL. Mumbai have got a throw deep inside the FC Goa half. This should give them a chance just to run down the final few seconds off the clock in the first half. First half that was illuminated by Sunil Chetri's penalty. Very nearly added a second as well, had it not been for the FC Goa goalkeeper. Ashutosh with the long clearance, or long cross rather, which is headed away by Raji. Now Sunny Norde, is there time for one more chance? Norde goes for the return of Chetri, almost found a way through. It's back to Bustos as the referee's whistle goes for half-time. And the Mumbai fans are the happiest. Sunil Chetri from the penalty spot, having scored the 2 goals that beat Delhi Dynamos last week. Sabrata made a couple of important saves early on for Mumbai, but it was Chetri that had the decisive moments in that first half. It might have been different had it not been for Katimani, the Goa goalkeeper, who made a couple of good saves. One in particular from Chetri as he went in search of his second of the match. But he is the difference between the two sides at half-time. Here at the DY Patil Stadium, it's Mumbai City 1, FC Goa 0. From around India. And the referee there was very much the man in the spotlight at times in that first half. But he did give a penalty, and the man standing on the ball at the moment, Sunil Chetri, converted it. He was denied a second goal as well by a flying save from Katimani in the FC Goa goal. We're underway then in the second half, and straight away it's Mumbai in the blue on the attack, kicking towards the goal on the left in this second half. Sunny Norde. They've had a couple of opportunities to set his side up in that first half as well with his exciting forward play. The ball, but Mumbai in a change strip tonight. Sorry, Goa rather in a change strip tonight of all white. Here's Moura. He's kept very quiet by that central two of Bustos and Aguilera in the first half.
And they've done a number on him, and he's had to go deeper and deeper. And because of that, he's less effectual for Goa.
This is Gregory coming forward, cut out by Schmolz as he was looking to pick out Daryl Duffy. Now Chetri, Piquion up ahead of him. Piquion went one way, the ball went the other.
Chetri's got to look at that a little bit closer. He's got an acre in that central area, and then misplaces a pass. He had more time than we thought.
Raju, one of the two players booked in the first half. Raju from FC Goa and Ashutosh from Mumbai found their way into the referee's notebook. Bikramjit for giving away the penalty. Little shot towed on Freddie Piquion. Best cross of the day as well from Gabriel, which led to that penalty.
And after having criticised him for his cross, saying he delivers one of those. So well done, sir.
It's Aguilera. First whistle goes once again. Goa currently top of the league. Don't forget they have 10 points from 5 matches. They lead Chennai in by a point. Pune and Delhi also on 9 points each. If Mumbai were to win this, that would put 5 teams within 3 points of the lead. It's getting very, very tight.
It is. It's really concertinaed, very, very close. Just think, looking at this particular game, neither side can afford to start this half off the pace. They've really got to get a high tempo together and try and re-establish their dominance in terms of Mumbai, or regain a foothold in the game in terms of Goa.
Shetty and Bikramjit just having a little bit of a pushing match as to trying to gain a little bit of space. It'll be Sunny Norde over the free kick, 2 in the wall. Helps to play it short for Aguilera. Now over comes the cross. Piquion! Oh! Wonderful header, just guides it in past Kittimani. And right at the start of the second half, the 50th goal of the Hero Indian Super League 2015 is scored by Frederic Piquion, and Mumbai lead by 2-0.
And this mark is straight off the training ground. Watch the movement when we get the replay. The movement on the left at the bottom of your screen. When Aguilera curls this in, there's still more shirt pulling on Piquion, but he's a big lad to try and pull down. And as I said, first half, he was determined to get himself on the score sheet. And there you go, the 50th goal of Hero ISL2, and it goes to Frederic Piquion.
Well, Freddie Piquion, who's played his football in plenty of countries. France, played in England with the likes of Portsmouth and Doncaster and West Ham. Also for Portland Timbers in the USA. And having made a French debut in 2007, at the age of 36, he's now scoring goals still in the Indian Super League, and he puts Mumbai 2 to the good.
Now I wonder, Mr. Zico, does he decide the changes that he wants to make have been fast forwarded?
I'm sure the word from the coach would have been, make sure we don't concede at the start of the second half, and that hasn't been heeded. We've played just almost 4 minutes of the second half.
Well, that's see it in as it drifts in. You can see Piquion is wrestling with 2 defenders there, and there's not a lot Kadamani can do about that, going in the back of the net. Well deserved, I think, for his first half endeavours, and some decisions that didn't quite go his way. Let's just put it in that way.
It was a clever header. He just guided it, flicked it almost beyond Kittimani.
There's a lesson for young strikers. You do not have to always get the best touch. You just have to know what touch is going to work at that moment, and with that direction and flight of ball, it's just the merest of touches that Piquion needs. So he does exactly that.
Scored in the opening game against FC Pune City in a 2-1 defeat, and gets the second goal of the game here. Nicholas Anelka's side lead by 2-0 as they go in search of a second win of the season, and second in a week. Aguilera. Norde putting pressure on Raju.
Just look a little bit crestfallen Goa right now. A couple of players' body language, their heads down, their shoulders are hunched. Going to need some leaders to pick each of the players around you up and drag them back into the game. We talked about their character pre-match. Now's the time to really show it. That, I think, will be a booking. Bikramjit just tugging a player back randomly. I'm not sure if the referee's patience will be... Well, he's allowed him that one. Well, okay.
It's going to be Sunny Norde once again. If it stays like this, by the way, Mumbai would go up to 7 points. They're still not quite good enough to overtake Atletico de Kolkata. They'd have the same goal difference, but Kolkata have scored a goal more. One more goal would put Mumbai into 5th place in the Hero Indian Super League table.
Well, we saw something off the training ground, definitely pre-planned from Mumbai just now.
And it comes from Norde. Oh, the goalkeeper again punches away. Katimani. Seemed easier just to gather that one into his chest. It was a decent height for the goalkeeper.
Don't panic.
I'm sure his defenders were panicking a little.
Well, it's the sort of thing from a goalkeeper that does make you panic as a defender, because look, there's not a blue shirt with near him.
The referee's got the yellow card out.
Fane there just taking too much out of Victorino.
Mario, the fullback, that's being booked. So Mumbai's second player of the night goes into the book. Mario to give him his full title. 2 yellow cards apiece. Defending again from Mumbai, taking no chances. Gabriel back helping out his defenders. Here's Mora. Cutting back inside, chipping it up in towards Bikramjit. That's a good header by Maria. Now Piquion. Chetri charging forward.
You've got a great run on the far right-hand side of Piquion, can see him, and he has.
A lovely crossfield ball, touch back to Sunil Chetri. Bustos. Ashutosh outside him. GOA are preparing to make their first change as Ashutosh drives forward. It's a great run. Still going, Ashutosh. Still going. Wins the corner. Suddenly realised there was no one level with him. He was going to have to pull that back towards the penalty spot, and in the end ran out of space.
No, I think he wants to walk this in. Lovely little cut back. He fakes it there, just allows Sabrosa the chance to dive in and deny him an opportunity, but he takes that belief and drives in. Here we go, first change.
That's Desai that's coming on for Bikramjit. Mandal Rao. Desai, who's already made 2 appearances off the bench this season. Another one of the young Indian promising talents, left side of midfield as usual, has a great left foot on him. Made his name last year with some good solid performances. He'll need a good solid performance now to try and get his side back into the game. Over comes the corner. Here's Norde. Plenty of blue shirts forward. Can't miss out that first man though. First touch for the substitute. Zico standing in his technical area, hands behind his back. It's the 21st match in the Indian Super League. Given the honour of scoring the 50th goal. More. By Prone. Maybe the smallest state, GOA, but they have more homegrown players than any other team in the ISL. They need to put a little bit of that fighting spirit behind them now as they look to get back into the game. Here comes the free kick. Too much height on it. Oh, Sabrata pushes the ball away. The leg's going up there.
Gregory's presence enough there just to give Sabrata Paul a bit of a worry, and it is well and truly deep into the 6-yard area.
He's a big presence, Gregory. He was just offside there when that free kick was played. There's the flag going up on this near side. So Joffre is going to be coming on in just a moment for FC GOA. Cornet could well be the player that's going to make waves. They make a change. Piquion is straight in the face of Prone as well. Didn't like the challenge, right in front of Nicholas Anelka down on the bench, and players coming from all angles again to get involved here.
Everybody wants a piece of this.
And Gregory's involved in there as well. Gregory came from a long way off and now arguing, here's the challenge.
You can see why Piquion's not best pleased with that.
He just dropped the shoulder into Piquion, didn't he? There was no attempt to play the ball, just play the man. Piquion wagging the finger straight in the face. The referee finally has got things back under control.
And the referee was right in there to try and calm the situation down. Meanwhile, a substitution might happen.
I think it is Prone that's going off anyway. Piquion still arguing his point with Daryl Duffy. Pointing the finger at his coach and with a fighting spirit. Here is the substitution, it will be Joffre. And the Spaniard put it to Barcelona's Youth Academy. Played a vital role in Kolkata's win last season. Not making the change yet. Over comes the free kick. Chetri at the back post. Oh, he might get a chance here, Chetri, to pick the ball up inside the penalty area. Well, he's going away from goal. The referee's given the free kick the other way, and it'll be a yellow card for Chetri for diving, I think.
Well, the referee made a decision very early that he thought it was simulation from Chetri. His hands all over him. But that is why he got a booking.
Theatrical dive, to say the least.
And a substitution took place.
Here comes Joffre. Prone is the man that's going off. So Joffre comes on. Another experienced player. Made his senior debut in Spain in the 1997-98 season. And has been around the leagues for a long time now. Prone goes off, having been involved in that little spat with Freddie Piquionn a moment or so ago.
Just wonder if we'll see Romeo come on as well into the action after having seen Mandar just to spice things up in the wide areas for Goa, try and benefit for some tired legs in the Mumbai team. Here we go.
Well, here's a chance through one goal. Oh, it's just over the top. What a miss that is. Well, it's a great chance for Zico's side to get themselves back into the game, and it's not been taken.
Straight through the heart of the team, and when you need to be cool and collected, it didn't happen. Just to this side, goalkeeper's gone down reasonably quickly. That's a placement. You go across him or you go to the near post. You do not, as we've seen, go over the bar.
Victorino, the guilty party.
Great pass though, great pass, and you just saw the gap between Shimovs and O'Day. Too big, because once he goes, Victorino, there was neither one of them going to catch him.
Mumbai are going to make their first change in a minute. It's going to be Franz Bertan that's coming on.
Well, you'd have to see that as a defensive change.
It is Piquion that's coming off, so it just backs that up.
Maybe did seem to have a little spat with the technical staff, Piquion.
So here comes the substitution. Freddie Piquion goes off. He got his goal to extend the lead. Aguilera's cross and a lovely header guided in beyond Kitimani to make it 2-0.
Yeah, it's a well-deserved goal from the night from Freddie Piquion.
50th goal of this season's ISL. And Bertan.
When you bring on an extra central defender, that might mean O'Day pushes forward, or no, I think O'Day will be pushed to left back. Bertan goes in alongside Shimov, and it stays from there on as it was.
Well, just a little bit of a reorganisation.
Yeah, just a shuffle left for O'Day, nothing else.
Bustos cut out that crossfield ball though. Mora playing a noticeably deeper role, as you mentioned, in this second half. Mora, that's a lovely ball played through. Subratas quickly off his line though. Joffre looking to thread that ball through the gap.
What have we seen in the last 2 minutes? 2 defence-splitting passes. That's a worry. That's a worry for Mumbai. that might just show you the value of having Hoffrey in midfield for Goa right this moment. If he can get space, if he can move it around Bustos and get himself between Bustos and the back four, then I think Goa might find themselves with an architect in there who can draw up a few plans that might be meaningful.
Three Spaniards in midfield at the moment, two for Mumbai, Aguilera and Bustos, and now Joffre for Goa. Went back by Norde. He's done well to push it down the line here for Gabriel. Here's the ball up well, two in the centre. Norde. Just getting in his way a little bit. He's found O'Day. Looking for Gabriel once again. It's flicked away by Narayan Das.
He's had a less light Sonny Norde game this evening, hasn't he? He's not been the driving, dribbling. He's been the passing, get it, keep the shape, be disciplined. So different performance from him this evening so far.
He certainly likes to run at defenders. He had a couple of goes in the first half, but he's been marshalled pretty well by Goa. That's away by Luciano. Aguilera. Bit of space here for O'Day. Norde up ahead of him. O'Day goes for goal. Wasn't too far wide with that.
Again, although it's closer, he doesn't hit the target or work the goalkeeper. So with options ahead of him, the likes of Sonny Norde, you're saying to yourself, those options are probably better than your long-range miss.
Bertan. Want to keep the ball in play, Bertan. And let's take a look at the attack index for the fourth session of the game. It's still weighing in Mumbai's favour. 78 to 22% at the moment in favour of the home side. They did have that second goal in that period as well, of course, which helps. Here's Luca. Joffre playing forward, O'Day. Oh, that went up. And he knew almost a resignation, wasn't it, that he knew he was going to be offside.
He knew he was in an offside position, but we're seeing here Joffre's influence immediately beginning to tell. The more space, the more it'll hurt you.
There is the Spaniard. Part of Kolkata's winning side last season, Joffre. Smoia looking for Chetri once again. He's up to Victorino. He was the player offside a moment or so ago. Fouled by Bertan. Taken quickly by Mora. Now is it chase on for Gabriel. Defending by Gregory, just in enough, he got a foot in. Chetri. Aguilera. O'Day. Norde. O'Day could be in here. Might have to try and square this one across. He goes right across the face of goal. He nearly pulling back. That's what Gabriel's telling him.
It was a cutback for me. The angle is so tight for O'Day. It has to be the cutback. But it's a good run, a good link up with Norde, with O'Day. I just think there with the defender Gregory coming across, the cutback, if he could get his head up, would have possibly been the better option.
You can see the reaction of Gabriel in the centre. He wanted that one pulled back. He was in a little bit of space as well. It's Luciano's header. Waving his arms around in a little bit of frustration. I think the ball's spending a little bit too much time in the air for his liking at the moment. Here's Mora. Options up ahead of him. We've got three players along their forward line at the moment. Look at lovely ball inside the fullback. First time cross. Schmaltz misses it completely. Victorino! Good save, Sabrata. There wasn't a huge amount of pace in the shot, but the goalkeeper did well to save. But Goa are still threatening.
Victorino there pushing that right into Sabrata Paul's body. But great play action from Goa. Look at this, in a position where they get in behind. Schmaltz misses it. And in the end, you're going to look at it and say, that could well have been Goa's opening goal. May well have been, should have been.
Well, Subrata Paul is rated as one of the best goalkeepers in Asia. He's made a couple of important saves tonight. And it's Joffre. Duffy. Forward by Moura, held up by Joffre again. Moura! Good save, Subrata once again. Duffy. It's look at right across the face of goal. No one in white can get a decisive touch. And the ball will be played away.
But that all comes from a little duet between Leo Moura and Joffre. Those two combining are starting to really tear Mumbai apart.
That's a good challenge though by Aguilera, and he could set his side moving forward here. Norde one side, Chetri the other. Aguilera once again, it's just been slowed down a little bit now. Maria coming forward. Norde turning off the attentions of Luciano. Romeo Fernandez is coming on in a moment. He sees goalkeeper spotted. Chetri got his back to goal, trying to turn. It's Chetri straight into the goalkeeper's arms. And again, Katimani, what on earth was the goalkeeper doing?
Well, he gets tangled up with Gregory, but I think you get lost into that. I think just looking at the pass from Sonny Norde was exquisite.
Well, it's end to end at the moment. Lurker challenging Aguilera. Lovely ball again to pick out Sonny Norde, who's starting to come more into the game now. He's getting that little bit of extra space. Chetri.
Next goal, Mark. The next goal, if it's Mumbai's, it's their game completely. If it becomes Goa's, then there's going to be some drama, because they've got a little bit of a grip on this game, Goa, now with the introduction of Joffre.
Well, we now are going to see the substitution. It's going to be Romeo Fernandez. There's the chance for Chetri.
In the end, he redeems himself, Katamani, but a bit nervous before then. Yeah, so Vitorino off.
Romeo Fernandez coming on. 3 goals last season, helping Goa to the semi-finals. First Indian to play in Brazil at Atletico Parense. There's Ashutosh.
So the substitutions we thought would take place have happened in Romeo, Mandar and Joffre. Now we've got to see if the combination of them is golden for Goa.
Gabriel, Chetri still going forward, looking for another goal that surely would seal the 3 points for Nicolas Anelka's side. Lovely little shimmy once again. It's a good ball in, but again no one attacking that area. Mario with the ball in, but everybody was around the penalty spot.
There's only Sonny Norde in that central area.
Looks like Salim Benacour is going to be coming on for Mumbai. And it's Aguilera that's coming off. Great game from Aguilera alongside Bustos in that midfield area. Really has controlled and...
But he's looked leggy. He's looked very tired in the last 10 minutes, Aguilera, and I think it's a wise move to bring him off, because he just can't chase things down. He's dwelling in possession, and a sharp little mind like Benacour is necessary.
Benacour, Tunisian international, played in 2 World Cups. And a yellow card here for Schmops.
There's definitely a coming together between him and Duffy.
And he's the 4th player from Mumbai to go into the book. Nonsense defender, check. Benacour. Gabriel. Ashutosh looking up towards Chetri once again. Well read by Gregory. Played forward though. Gregory's moved out of position. A little bit of space. Luciano with work to do here to try and contain Gabriel. Benacourse to the centre. Lovely ball to pick out Sunny Norde. They're still going. It's Norde trying to create the chance. Norde's still going. The angle's tight for him now. Gets it back across goal. And in the end, the chance goes begging. It was saved by the goalkeeper. Great work again by Mumbai.
Norde just gets his ankles tapped, but he doesn't go down. He stays with it because he wants to score that goal.
Once again, he's go on the attack. It really is flowing end to end at the moment. Mora. Mandar. Offrey. Mandar. It's a weak shot. Schmobs was able to just block that one away. Mora. Romeo. Back on the inside and well over the top there from Romeo.
What do you say about that? The best thing is it got a corner.
Took a side deflection on its way. Here's Chetri with the ball away again. Just getting it away from danger now. Don't forget on the Twitter wars is still ongoing. Hashtag Let's Football, followed by the name of your team. Mumbai fans have pulled their deficit back a little bit. They still trail 35% to 65% though in favour of FC Goa. And don't forget you've got till 11:30 tonight to get your hashtag Let's Football and your team name in on that particular score. Here's O'Day. Benacourse just ran into the back of Mora. Offrey into the corner. Bertin, nicely done. Bustos. Got Ashutosh outside him. He's got Gabriel out there as well. Ashutosh will now go on the overlap. Norde alongside Gabriel. There's Bustos. Benacourse. Just able to dictate the pace of the game at the moment.
Well, if they can keep the possession, then they will work Goa, they will work them and chasing like that. It's hard work on your legs. This though a save earlier in the half. You can see it's beautifully curled by Leo Mora, but superbly saved from Supata Paul.
Both goalkeepers have made good saves. Tamani denying Chetri in the first half, and now Supata with a great save in the second. Mumbai still leading by 2-0. We've got just over a quarter of an hour to go here in Mumbai. Mandar. What can he create? 3 to aim for in the centre, trying to get to the byline. Good defending by Ashutosh.
I just felt Mandar didn't quite have his head up, didn't quite see a picture as he was coming through. That's rushed, and if Chetri gets a decent connection with that, Norde's away.
Norde's away here. Kitimani comes out of his goal and did well.
Redeemed himself for some other errors earlier on, Kitimani. Well done, goalkeeper.
Just a yard or so back, and that would have been Sunny Norde's ball clearing on goal. We are going to see Nicholas Anelka come on. The player manager of Mumbai is Duffy. Mandar. Mandar. Another shot which goes way over the top. Another hopeful effort from Luca.
Luca's frustration there, resulting in a strike like that. No benefit to anybody.
Here comes the substitution. Then it will be Nicholas Anelka coming on, and it's Sunny Norde that's coming off. So just the second substitute appearance of the season for Nicholas Anelka. Norde's had a good game though.
He's had a good game. I think he's been consistently having good games so far in ISL2, so he'll be disappointed to be taken out of the action, even if it is for Nicolas Anelka.
Handshakes all round from the coaching staff and substitutes on the bench for Sunny Norday. The only thing that lacked in his game really was a goal. Did everything apart from that. We'll see what Nicolas Anelka can bring to the remaining quarter of an hour or so. Bertin. Here's O'Day. Anelka thought he was fouled by Luciano. No free kick given. Bertin, well, that is a foul.
I think he's caught Duffy there. He's caught Duffy on the way through.
Duffy straight away raising his arm in the air. Some pain and discomfort. Duffy
does look to be in discomfort, I'm sorry to say. You can see just that's the challenge on Anelka by Sabrosa.
Have a look at the challenge hopefully on Duffy as Bertin came through the back of him.
I think he just catches his knee, and that's the issue for Duffy at the moment.
You can see how much pain Duffy's in at the moment.
So you see this ball gets played in, just catches him from behind. Doesn't seem to be much of a contact, but it's obviously enough to cause Duffy quite a bit of discomfort. You saw a shot there quickly of Simov just wringing his shirt out. The guys do lose an awful lot of weight. It is very hard work, and no surprising fatigue does set in. They are, after all, only human.
Temperature up in the mid-30s here again today, despite the fact we had all that rain and a little bit of wind earlier that was blowing some of the advertising hoardings around, but fortunately that has died down. Ball played across, flags up for offside. It was Gregory maybe that had just strayed the wrong side of the last defender, so that particular attack brought to a halt. And Mumbai will move off the bottom of the table with the victory here. GOA will stay top, but at least just a point clear. Three teams on 9 points at the moment: Chennai, FC Pune City and Delhi Dynamos. And just dictating a little bit of the play at the moment. They can do that. They're 2-0 up. They don't need to try anything untoward. So 23,000 just over inside the D.Y. Patil Stadium, which is not bad considering the weather we had a little bit earlier on. So it did fill up quite late here at kickoff. We didn't have as many in as we do have now. Here's Duffy back on his feet after that challenge a moment or so ago, pushed away by Hoffrey. Here's Luca, failing to take the shot. Benacour gets the challenge in, and now they can break again here. It's Anelka. He's got Chetri charging through if he stays onside. He's just offside. Just went a fraction too early, Sunil Chetri.
When you don't need him to.
He's still working hard, Chetri. Now chasing back, and it's a poor ball through from Mora, which will be gathered by Subrata. No games tomorrow, of course, in the Hero ISL, but Tuesday night, FC Pune City take on Kerala Blasters. And then we're back here on Wednesday at the DY Patil Stadium as Mumbai look to make it 3 in a row, assuming they hang on to this one. They take on North East United, who themselves are on a little bit of a run at the moment as well.
All the games are coming thick and fast, and they all have a major importance attached to them.
So let's take a look at the latest attack index, which shows that GOA have responded well to going 2 down, 66% in session 5, 34% to Mumbai City. Just shading the shots in that quarter of that section of the game as well, FC GOA. Luciano.
Oh, you do.
Look at. Good ball across again. Still going, GOA. Mora. That's good defending by Bertan. That's a brilliant challenge. Mora was just trying to get that one across, but Bertan just waited his moment before getting the tackle in. Now it's Anelka. Chetri peels away once again. He's onside this time. Just clips his heels though. Anelka. Benacourt. Good ball through. What a pass that is. Anelka needs to play it across first time. Anelka checks back inside. Still going, Anelka. Still got that eye for goal, Nicholas Anelka.
And he still knew what to do when he got in that position. He was never going to take the shot. He knows he needs to cut back inside to make that target larger. Watch him here. What a pass. He knows that pass is coming. When the defender closes him down, he cuts back inside. When he cuts back inside, that target then becomes bigger, albeit for a bit of desperate defending and good defending.
It was good defending from Raju, who injured himself in the process making that challenge. Still looking lively. Anelka had a massively successful career, of course. Scored 2 in 7 appearances last season for Mumbai. Still a good atmosphere around here. Final stages of the game. The Mumbai fans really do enjoy their football. Plenty of banners, quite funny ones as well, around the stadium this evening.
There's been a good mix between the fans. There's pockets of GOA fans around the stadium. They've all got on in a great harmony, so it's a really good environment here.
So play will continue. So let's just find out, Gary, who you're picking as your hero of the game today.
I think we should give it to Sunil Chetri. 3 goals in 2 games. Not a bad return, is it?
And he's worked hard tonight as well. Chetri could have had another had it not been for that save from Katimani. Still full of running even at this late stage of the game as well. Partnered now by his player manager, Nicholas Anelka. There's Mora. He's been marshalled pretty well by Mumbai tonight. Leon Mora, and all about his passing from this midfield area in these 2 Hero Indian Super Leagues. He's been kept very quiet tonight. Romeo. Luka. Mandar. It's another speculative shot from distance, and they're not really threatening Subrata at the moment. And it is just fizzling out here as far as FC GOA are concerned.
It's a bit of a tame performance from GOA this evening. Slightly disappointing, given they could have achieved so much had they won this evening.
GOA's next game is on Friday night. They're at home to FC Pune City, followed by an away trip to Chennai and then an away trip to Pune City. FC Pune City, so Pune twice in their next 3 games. Is almost caught in possession. Schmutz. Ashutosh.
Good confidence from the fullback there to get himself out of that tight position.
Luciano's header down. Now Mora. Time on the ball, but time something that FC Goa don't have at the moment. That's a lovely ball played through, and the defence, he just caught a little bit flat-footed. It's all the way across, it needs a touch. It hasn't got it, and it's gone for a goal kick.
And Duffy was struggling to get there in the first place. You could see him limping, but just gamely trying to make up the space. See him telling you picture, he really is struggling, but he's still gone for that ball. Yeah, that will hurt still for that young man.
Well, they have made all 3 substitutions, FC Goa. That's the reason you would imagine Duffy's still on the field. He's been playing in India with Sal Goakar in the I-League. Daryl Duffy. He's just making up the numbers at the moment, Daryl Duffy. Don't want to finish the game with 10. I probably feel he's better on there than nothing, but not really mobile at the moment. Chmovs trying to find Anelka once again. Gregory's across though. Luciano. Chetri still full of running, putting him under pressure. Now Mora. Hoffrey.
He's played it to a player who can run. Forgetting that Duffy that can't quite, so next passes will go around Duffy, they won't go to him because he's ineffectual. Nothing critical of Duffy himself. He just cannot move. He's in pain.
Well, he's possibly in danger of doing himself more harm than good if he does continue, but only a couple of minutes to go. Anelka into the penalty area, still going. Anelka bundled over. Referee well placed, gives no penalty again. Anelka was quick to look back at the official. Can't quite believe he hasn't got the decision.
Oh, we're a long way away from that incident. It's right on the far side, but the referee's in a half-decent position, to my mind, from behind it.
There we go. Let's have a look.
That is an Anelka sandwich, isn't it? That's what he thinks of it. Well, how many penalties is that now?
Could have been 4.
There we go.
Only 1 given, 1 scored. Here come Goa. 90 seconds of the 90 minutes to go. The goal now would make stoppage time interesting. Blocked by Ashutosh, who's had a good game today at full-back. Hooked away by Gabriel. A bit of a rush to get on with this, but certainly tonight's game proving that everybody can beat everybody in this season's Hero Indian Super League. Getting very compacted in the top 3 quarters of the table. Chmovs goes out off the shins of Mandar and behind for a goal kick.
Just managing the ball now is important for Mumbai. Just keep the ball, keep possession, don't allow Zico's Goa to be anywhere near it, and then you take away any problems about them scoring. And you set yourself up, you put your game plan in place, the one that you had at the beginning of the season has taken a bit of a while to get going, and hopefully things will turn around.
Well, Mumbai have got successive home games coming up. They play North East United here on Wednesday, followed by Atletico de Kolkata, before an away trip to the Delhi Dynamos.
And that'd be interesting with North East United. Both teams come into that game with back-to-back wins, bearing in mind, assuming that this will be a win for Mumbai.
Bertan. 4 minutes to be added on at the end of the game. Benacourt, Bertan, O'Day. Ball towards Anelka again. Luciano stretches, and maybe he's hurt himself as well. I
think he jarred his knee in the turf and gave himself a pain in the back. Yeah, it's him holding his lower back there, number 4. There's a lot of tired legs out there for Goa. They have had to chase this game, particularly in the second half. You know, going down to a second goal so early in the second half is an awful lot of chasing.
Well, we saw from the stats, particularly the attack index, it's been a pretty good response from them as well. They just haven't managed to hit the target often enough.
And we've said that before game. They've come back into the games 3 times already in ISL. So You know there's character. At the moment, they've just not been able to convert the chances that they've had. Just how much that ankle injury to Ronaldo has really hurt them.
Ronaldo not able to feature today, even on the substitutes bench for Zico's side. They'll be keen to get him fit and well again and back into the starting lineup. So we're into the added time at the end of the game now. Just a question for Mumbai of seeing this one out. It'll be a second successive clean sheet as well, which will be pleasing for Anelka.
It will do, very much so. And to have him back on the field and playing, I think it's a real added bonus all round.
Well, both matches between these side any goalless last season, so at least we've had goals in the match. Here's Bustos.
Good point made. I was worried about that, looking at those two scores from last season, thinking, oh my word.
I thought I'd mention it after we'd had goals rather than before we had goals, rather than tempting fate.
Well played.
Here's O'Day. He's been steady tonight, O'Day.
Yes.
Centre back and now moving out to full back.
Yeah, and they're going to need those solidity of performances all round. The excitement of Chetri. I think there's been a real genius in midfield in Bustos. And I think now with the addition that the option of Nicola Anelka brings to them just might give them a cutting edge that could change a game in their favour as and when.
High foot by Benacour gave the free kick away to Goa. Still looking to try and get themselves something from the game. Reminder, this isn't quite enough to take Mumbai above Atletico de Kolkata. They are level on goal difference, but Kolkata have scored a goal more. Blocked away by O'Day once again. A good block on that as well. With the long throw, Raju comes across and dries the ball off. Everybody bar one back for Mumbai. Not sure why the referee's told Benacour to move away. He was perfectly within his rights to stand just inside the touchline, inside the sideline rather. Throw-in is a long one, but it's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper.
And very happy he was to catch that Sabrada ball.
It's a great kick as well to find Chetri.
That extra goal you were talking about.
Anelka coming up with him. Schmomps is the furthest man forward as well. Where did he come from? Back into Chetri. He's on. Oh, he's not. He's offside. The flag has gone up.
They were going for the world's longest 1-2.
Well, the central defender at 2-0 in stoppage time is the big central defender, and I'm not too sure that was offside.
Oh, I think it might have been.
Just level?
No, I think it was just a bit off. Not much.
A wafer, cigarette paper between them. And a yellow card for...
Just getting a bit touchy there. Moura's not enjoyed his this evening, has he? Leo Moura for Goa.
No, he's been put under plenty of pressure. Benacour, it was that was booked on that occasion. Another yellow card on the statistics for Mumbai. 5 yellow cards tonight. There goes the full-time whistle. It's a second successive 2-0 win for Mumbai City. Sunil Chetri on the score sheet once again from the penalty spot in the first half. And in the second half, a second goal from Frederic Piquillon. A wonderful ball in for Aguilera, just guided in by the big number 9. Nicola Anelka came on in the second half, the player coach, to give himself a few minutes, and he was on the field when the final whistle blew to celebrate another victory. It lifts Mumbai off the foot of the table. Goa stay top, but they're just a point clear now of Chennai in, and they will need to regroup ahead of their next game, and a big game it will be as well when they play FC Pune City at home. Pune just a point behind them as it stands at the moment. Final score, it's finished Mumbai City 2, FC Goa 0.